All right, it is 6:58 in the morning, and we're headed to the airport. When I say headed to the airport, I mean the airport's right there, right next to Simon.
So part of the hospital's story is how insanely remote it is. So remote that you have to land on a dirt airstrip at the hospital. My dad has been here for the last 2.5 weeks doing some electrical work, and he's leaving this morning. So we are actually going to be capturing on 4 different cameras how crazy remote this is. We have the Fs5 that we're gonna shoot a tight of the airplane landing on. Then we've got a wide with Dane's A7S. Then Dane's actually going to be flying the Mavic while off to the side. And then I've got my A7S way down there somewhere. This is our only opportunity to cover a landing because the next plane coming in is actually us leaving. It's a good way to start our morning. It's like 7:15 in the morning. The plane should be landing around 7:30.
So we just wrapped up getting the plane taken off, switched out some gear, drop off so that way we could go a little bit lighter, and we're on the way to the hospital to a staff meeting, and then we're gonna film some malnutrition program and whatnot. Alright, so we just wrapped up the staff meeting and kind of an introduction to everybody working at the hospital here. I was pretty much dying in there, sweating like crazy, and then Simon and I see a guy with a beanie on, so apparently we can't really complain.
We are rocking a very loose definition of fast and light. I've got my big Manfrotto tripod on here. We've got my Dane's little Manfrotto tripod. We've got 2 light stands, Fs5, A7S outside the bag with the glide cam, Mavic, another A7S and lens, road link, and more in the bag, and some lights for an interview as soon as we're done shooting the malnutrition piece right over there.
So we just got done eating lunch, doing a little bit of middle of the day backup right now, just because we don't know if the batteries from the solar panels will cut out later, so we're trying to get as much stuff charged as possible. This is the charging hub setup because we have everything on 110, so we're using an adapter to this nice little trifecta guy because our power strips won't work because it's 220, so we need the power going from 220 to 110. So I've got this little guy. Out of these 3 plugs, we have to charge all of our batteries between laptops, the Fs5, the A7S batteries, the drone batteries, the 5D Mark III batteries, and like iPhones and everything else, so that's super fun.
I mean, all you do is stand and point a camera, right? How hard can it be?
Yeah.
What does that button do?
S and
S and Q.
shoots and quantifies things.
I like it.
Yes.
So we want to shoot into the trees to make sure nothing looks very dead. We're gonna run on the A7S2 with an 85, and I'm using Super 35 mode for that crop. And then Simon's rolling on the Fs5 with a 50. so that way we can show a nice shot lit up the field with the drop off. We're gonna use the Rode link from Rode using a lav and mixing it with a shotgun NTG4, mixing it into the FS5, and then we're gonna use an H1 with the Rode Smart Lav for Jean-Claude so he can interpret what's going on. We just wrapped up at Matete, and apparently they used to have, the Greeks used to have a bunch of coffee plantations and a nice little house, but since it is abandoned now, they have lots of different crops that are going to be able to put pigs on, as well as a coffee plantation that the church is going to plant. We just wrapped up in Ibambi with the Hanson brothers. They had a lot of good stuff to talk about what life was like when there was coffee. I'm getting in the car because I'm getting yelled at. We're headed back to Nababongo right now from Entebbe. No, we're not. This is Entebbe is in Uganda. Nibambi. God, I'm gonna kill it. Ibambi with an E.